But we're going to begin, of course, with England looking back at the game last week on Friday night. And we should start, actually, Goughy, by talking about Harry Kane. I mean, he scored the perfect hat-trick hero.
Last goal was brilliant.
Last goal was fantastic. The sort of scissor kick. I predicted on Friday's show that England would, how about this, that England would score 5 and at half-time, by the way, England would have 5 at half-time and Harry Kane would score a hat-trick. How about that for prediction?
That's a pretty good prediction, if we're really honest about it. I think Harry Kane, I mean, when you've got his goal-scoring ability, and he's proven that now over many, many years, hasn't he, especially at Tottenham and for England, at some point, somebody has to pay, don't they? I mean, just the law of averages tells you when he's going to, at some point, score and score big. Because when he goes on these runs, he's proven it year after year after year, but he just scores goals. It's like Mo Salah, isn't it? And Mohamed Salah at Liverpool, if he doesn't score for 5 goals at some point, 5 games, he's going to score. And he's going to score big because that's what they do. And Harry Kane's been outstanding for England on many, many occasions. Yeah, people could question his performances, but you can't question him putting the ball in the back of the net.
No.
He does it. Even when he doesn't have a great game, he can sometimes score.
He's scored now, this is a fact, he's scored the most competitive goals for England, more than any other player. He's now on, 44 goals, which is level with Jimmy Greaves, God bless him. Jimmy Greaves got to 44 in 57 caps, and Harry Kane, not far behind, has done it in 66, which is a ridiculous achievement. So he is now 9 goals off Wayne Rooney's 53. So,
he's passing it. We all know.
Of course he is. He's 28. He's going to play for another 5 years at least, isn't he, at the top level? So you expect him to get maybe 60 plus. If he does,
5 years, that's a big ask. 5 years.
It's like so.
Well, it's like anything. It's like if one person can break Alan Shearer's record, we're all believing it's going to be Harry Kane. And I think one of the reasons, if he does go to a Manchester City or somewhere like that, where he might get the opportunity to score even more goals, he's got a better chance of breaking that record than staying at Tottenham, hasn't he? But it's still a long way away. It's still a long way away for Harry Kane to break that record. Yes, the England one, he's going to walk it. And I think realistically, he's looking at probably finishing on around 80-odd goals, isn't he?
80 goals for England, you think he can get to?
Yeah, I think he can get to probably, between 70 and 80, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if he does that, right, so if he gets nearly 20 more than Wayne Rooney, does he go down as the greatest ever England striker? I know he goes down as the most prolific, but does he go down as the greatest ever England centre-forward, Goughy?
Well, people will have him down as that, and I think because people do look at stats and they do look at figures, and I think it's like in cricket, you only have to look at the greatest ever. They're the greatest run scorers, they're the greatest wicket takers. Longevity plays a big part in that. I don't think Wayne Rooney was an out-and-out born centre-forward. He's kind of plays a little bit deeper. I think you've got to put him in the same bracket as a Jimmy Greaves, as a Gary Lineker, as a Michael Owen. I mean, Gary Lineker, I think still he's underrated. I think what Gary Lineker achieved for England was outstanding as an out-and-out striker. If you ask who's the better footballer, you would probably say Harry Kane, but Gary Lineker as a number 9 was unbelievable. He knew where to be, you know what I mean? His football intelligence and everything goes with it was always there and thereabouts. Michael Owen were pretty good. If you consider the injuries he had along the way, how good was he? You know what I mean? Bobby Charlton did it from midfield.
Yeah.
Jimmy Greaves, dear me, I mean, absolutely.
Well, I thought when I was a kid growing up, my dad would always say, when we were talking about England goal scorers, but Jimmy Greaves did it in 57 caps. And of course, Bobby Charlton's in that argument. These are the ones when my dad was, of course, growing up.
But Bobby Charlton, midfielder.
Number 10, just behind the front two.
He's a midfielder. Of course.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it took Bobby Charlton over 100 caps, and he got, 5 more goals than Jimmy Greaves, and Jimmy Greaves did it in, half the time. So my dad would always say that, without a doubt, Jimmy Greaves is England's great. And I get that. But you can't now question Harry Kane's record, where he's scored the same amount of goals, and it only took him, 9 caps more? Something like that? 12, how many? 57 Jimmy Greaves did on, and 66.
I don't know. I mean,
what's
your thought on it, Andy? Do you think there's a lot poorer teams out there now?
Well, yeah, but
I don't know. I'm asking that question. I don't know because I wasn't around the Jimmy Greaves era.
No.
But is there? I mean, like the 2 teams England have played this week, right? If Harry Kane plays tonight and scores 3, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, nor me. He could score 5 tonight.
In fact, whoever plays centre forward tonight, if they scored a hat-trick, I wouldn't be surprised tonight. It's San Marino. They're going to get opportunities, and if you're in number 9, you're a centre forward against a team that have conceded how many? This is 36 goals so far in qualifying. There's a good chance you're going to get an opportunity to score, right? So if he plays tonight, if I were Kane, I'd be thinking, I don't want to be rested tonight against San Marino. I want to play.
Yeah.